Hello, today I'll be showing you how to make a chocolate cake. First, we will need to grease and line two 9-inch pans. Next, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. In the stand mixer, add 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 3/4 of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1½ teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. Then mix the dry ingredients until well combined. Before adding the wet ingredients, boil 1 cup of water. While the water boils, add to the dry mixture 1 cup of milk. It could be regular or non-dairy. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. 2 eggs. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla, which I forgot to film. Then mix to well combined. Once the water is ready, carefully add it in while mixing on a low speed. I was not very careful in pouring and I ended up spilling some of the water on the counter, so I recommend finding something that has a spout to make it easier. Then evenly distribute the batter between the 2 pans. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Let the cakes cool for 10 minutes before removing them from the pan. I put the cakes in the refrigerator so that'll be easier for me to frost them. In a medium bowl, I sifted 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, then I added 1 cup of softened butter and creamed them together until well combined. To the butter and cocoa powder, I gradually added 5 cups of confectioner sugar, 1/2 cup of milk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then I started frosting. I put the frosting in the center so that I can evenly spread it out. I also did not spread that frosting all the way out to the edge because I didn't want it to squish out from the sides. Then I started on the sides. This part is always messy for me, so I tried to get an even coat all around and try to cover as many holes as I saw. Here's my finished cake, and I'll show you what the cross section looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned some new baking techniques.